Hello, my name is Broen McCloskey. Welcome to Broen Knows Movies, and today we are going to be talking about the Venom teaser trailer. So, Venom is one of my favorite Spider-Man villains, and I think we can all agree that the Topher Grace Spider-Man 3 Venom, yeah, you know? Long story short, it was bad. It was bad. Go back to that 70s show, Topher Grace. You're not welcomed in the comic book industry anymore. So I have known about this movie since The Amazing Spider-Man 2, because Sony, when The Amazing Spider-Man movies were coming out, Sony was planning on making their own Marvel Cinematic Universe, but just Spider-Man characters. So they were going to start it off with, The Amazing Spider-Man 1, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. They were going to make a Sinister Six, Amazing Spider-Man 3, a Venom movie, a Black Cat movie. I mean, they were really going to expand it. And I was excited for the Venom and Sinister Six movie. And then I found out that Marvel took over. I mean, they didn't buy it. I mean, you know what happened. They just made a deal. And I found out that Spider-Man was going into the MCU, and I was like, oh, cool. But they haven't canceled these other movies yet, because Venom and Sinister Six were still greenlit. And I was like, The Amazing Spider-Man 3 was pulled down. Are they going to pull those down too? I don't know. And then after, 2 years, right when Civil War comes out, Sony's like, no, we're still making them. We haven't forgotten, And I was just like, sweet! Is this still going to be Andrew Garfield, or is it going to be something completely different? Are they going to pull Tom Holland in? And I was really, really excited. And then I found out that Tom Hardy was cast as Eddie Brock. And I was like, okay, not my number one pick, but I really like Tom Hardy, so... And for those of you that were wondering, my number one pick, after watching Horrible Bosses 2, I think Chris Pine would have nailed the role of Eddie Brock. Just because for those of you that haven't seen Horrible Bosses 2, he can play a psycho, but also like a douchebag. You gotta watch Horrible Bosses 2. He's great in that. He's great in everything he's in, but in Horrible Bosses 2, I was just like, damn, he knows his stuff. So, Tom Hardy was cast, and I was like, oh, that is an awesome cast. Again, not my number one pick, but awesome. I can't believe they got Tom Hardy. I'm really excited about this now. And then the director, Ruben Fleischer, the director of Zombieland, I was like, director of Zombieland, hell yeah! And then I look on Instagram, because I follow all these Spider-Man accounts, and I look on Instagram, and all these people are just like, oh, this movie's gonna suck, I'm not excited for it at all, and I'm like, what do you mean you're not excited for it? It's Tom Hardy, it's Ruben Fleischer, you know what I mean. How can you guys not be excited? This and from what they've released, they said it's gonna be based on the Lethal Protector storyline. I think that's what it's called. Where Venom is basically like a superhero, and I was like, what? I have never even thought about that. And the fact that they're bringing all these other symbiotes in, I was like, this movie's gonna be fucking awesome. And a lot of people are saying they don't want to see this movie because Spider-Man's not in it. But I did hear some stuff about Tom Holland, making a cameo as Peter Parker. I don't even know if this movie is in the MCU. I have heard both sides, that it is, that it isn't. I have heard people be like, I have heard YouTube channels straight up be like, it's not in the MCU, it is confirmed. And then I watched the interview with Kevin Feige and the lady from Sony, and they're like, oh yeah, it's going to be involved. What I think would be cool, I mean, it didn't say Marvel Studios in the trailer, but I think it would be cool if, it was like a Netflix, not on Netflix, but if it was like the Netflix shows or the Marvel TV shows where the movies impact the story, but the actual Venom movie itself doesn't impact those movies, Maybe in the background you just see the Avengers Tower. Well, it's not the Avengers Tower anymore, but you see the big tower, or Tom Holland makes a cameo. I don't want too much of Spider-Man. I don't even really know if I want Spider-Man in it. Just a cameo. That'd be really cool. Or maybe an after-credit scene. Yeah, an after-credit scene with Tom Holland. That'd be nice. I'd like to see that. That'd be awesome. And still, all these people are like, no, Avi Arad is involved. It's gonna suck. He's the one that forced Venom into Spider-Man 3. This movie's gonna suck if Avi Arad's name is on it. And I'm like, Avi Arad is like the CEO of Marvel. He's involved with like every Spider-Man movie. So yesterday, I remember looking on Instagram and seeing Rotten Tomatoes posted a picture of the poster. I love the poster. It's such a kick-ass poster. And then in the caption it says, trailer tomorrow. And I was like, whoa, what? I was so excited. And then I woke up this morning and I watched it. So I watched it, right? And, okay, I think I'm giving off a completely different vibe here. I didn't hate it. Oh, I didn't even not like it. I think the trailer was good. It was literally the definition of a teaser trailer, where it doesn't show anything. It's just landscapes and voiceovers. Well, actually, there's that one shot of the symbiote in the truck in that little container. That was cool. I liked the way the symbiote looked in that. That was cool. And it showed the guy opening the door, and that was the guy from Rogue One. I don't know what his actual name is, but I do know he was in Rogue One. And he opens the door, and he's dressed in all this, in a nice suit, and there's people standing behind him, and it's just like, okay, so the symbiote is like an experiment, or it's an alien that they've caught, or something, and I'm curious. I don't want to know too much. I'm happy this trailer did not show Venom. A lot of people were disappointed about that, but I'm like, I don't want to ruin it. I want to wait. I mean, they can show glimpses of Venom. I don't want to see Carnage. I do not want to see Carnage. I know that Carnage is in this movie. I don't know who's playing him because they haven't really confirmed it yet. I'm still on the Cameron Monaghan side. I really want him to play Venom. But Woody Harrelson is in it, but they're not saying who he is. So he might be Carnage. Maybe. I wouldn't mind that. They can show Venom in, like, the second or third trailer, a glimpse of him. That'd be awesome, just to kind of get an idea of what he looks like. We did get that released image of the concept art, which I'll show you. And I'll be honest, it looks better than the Spider-Man 3 Venom. But I think the teeth are way too narrow. Like, I think Venom has to have this giant, like, I mean, you know, it has to go back all, like, and his whole chin has to come out. But the teeth were just very narrow, you know? And I wasn't a huge fan of that. It didn't bother me too much. It still looks better than the Spider-Man 3 Topher Grace one. I wasn't a huge fan of that. I'll be fine. I mean, it'll be fine if it's like that, because it looks better, and it looks like a monster. I don't know. And then towards the end of the trailer, Tom Hardy is voicing over, we all have our own problems, our own issues, our own... And then Tom Hardy is in that... What do you call those things? You know what I'm talking about. He's in the bed and he starts freaking out, and then you can see, like, his veins coming up, and they're all black. It could be the symbiote, but it wasn't... It really did not show a lot. And I'm happy it didn't. I bet in the actual movie, it's going to be covered in CGI where it just totally, like, takes over his face, and that's where he, like, probably becomes Venom for the first time. That'd be cool. And then it blacks out, and then you just hear Tom Hardy say, demons. Like, everyone has their own demons, and then Venom's face comes out, like the eyes and the mouth, and turns into a V. I thought that was cool. I am excited for this movie. I don't know why all these people are not excited. I am. I think this movie is just going to be absolute kick-ass, and it's a horror action movie, so it's just going to be, like, really, really dark, kind of like Blade, like a really dark action movie, which I want. I really want a movie, so that is the end of it. My little review opinions on the Venom movie coming out and the Venom teaser trailer. What do you guys think? Comment below, and I will see you guys later.